Welcome back. Well, that's how we play down on the Hangout, but we shift our attention back to the studios where we're being joined by a lawyer and an author, Ayo Shogunro. Ayo, you're the author of Sorry Tales, one of your books. Is this issue one of the Sorry Tales, or will it qualify as one of the Sorry Tales in Nigeria?
Almost everything in Nigerian politics and government qualifies as sorry tales these days.
Wow.
But we're hoping it's going to get better than that.
All right, then let's move forward. Now, what do you make of the whole issue? I mean, the APC is saying they're not aware of such a document, two documents actually, before the elections. Then
They have not actually said they are not aware, but that the president isn't aware, which is somewhat contradictory considering the fact that most of the literature was generated through APC authorized in quote channels, and even the president hinted at his knowledge of those documents while he was at the Chatham House question and answer session. And so it's somewhat convenient that everybody is denying from the presidency to the party their knowledge or their active authorization of the documents now.
So, but what does that tell? What does that say? What does it make of the whole situation? Because a lot of water has gone under the bridge. It's 3 months after, and people have expectations, and then you just kaboom, come out of the blue and say no.
Well,
what does that portend for the Nigerian people now in relation to their expectations and their relationships with or to the sitting government?
I think there are a lot of interests at stake here, some conflicting, some complementary. So, for example, the Nigerian people on one hand do not really care about whether Buhari does 1,000 things in 100 days or 100 things in 1,000 days. All they really want to know is just deliver what we voted you in for, because the mass of Nigerians voted for Buhari with high expectations. They believed in him as some sort of messiah figure who would come in and suddenly do some sweeping reforms in the system. For the party, on the other hand, to them, they may be indifferent to, again, whether they have actually promised one thing or the other, as long as they are in power. And to them, everything is fair in politics and in all war situations. Promise everything you can, and when you get there, start sorting which one you can actually deliver or not. So they are not even to me, they are biased already in their approach to the 100 days issue. So their opinion should not even matter to Nigerians as a whole. For the presidency, on the other hand, it's more a case of, oh, look, we are beginning to see a lot of issues that we have not adequately prepared the blueprint for. And so even at the campaign period, they already said, I'm not quite sure anything would go, anything would be delivered, in quotes, during that 100-day period. So don't hold me to the 100 days period. So, and in all of this, it's now begun to look as if the 100 days itself has assumed some mythical status in all of these discussions, as though it was like, oh, if nothing happens here, nothing can happen later. Or if something happens here, then that's what is going to happen forever. But the truth is, the 100 days is just some sort of political standard benchmark for gauging a person's direction at a time when his influence is at its greatest. Because if you cannot deliver or persuade people to follow your line while you are still very popular, how would you be able to do it later down the line? We can see from even the Jonathan administration, he came in very strong, very popular, but later on he could not push policies and information through anymore because power will continue to wane as time passes. So that's why it's just important to political observers that, oh, what have you done? Whether you promised or not, what have you done within this period? What is your policy direction? Where are you going with things? That's what we want to know as political observers. But for Nigerians, again, like I said, most Nigerians don't care whether, as long as, there is light, there is fuel, and Boko Haram is not blowing up places. It seems, just let's move on with it.
But what did you make of the 100 days, like you made mention now? Policy direction or concrete things that a political office holder has done within the first 100 days. What do you make of the first 100 days of the current administration?
You see, that's one of the problems I have with the administration so far, is the fact that, again, there has been no systematic blueprint of, one, what they intend to do, two, how they intend to do it, and three, when they intend to do it.
So what
we've had so far are a series of ad hoc or impromptu orders given by the president.
Well, we have to wait and see. We've already started counting to the second 100th day that he'll be spending in office. But then, hopefully, if you can re-edit your book and include the story tales you just spoke about, but I am Shogun, author and legal practitioner. Thank you for coming on the program this afternoon and sharing your thoughts. Well, that's where we are. We'll take a break now. When we return, I beg your pardon, we do see your tweets, of course, and your messages on our other social media platforms coming in. We'll take a look at some of them and also review the 5 most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Please stay with us.
Topping the top 5 videos from bottom is the video of Nollywood star Iniedu stating reasons why she campaigned for Nigeria's former president, Dr. Goodluck Jonathan.
So speaking of the president, do you regret campaigning for the last government? Any regrets?
I don't.
In 4th place is ace comedian Julius Agu asking Nigerians to use their talents to paint a better picture of the country to the international community, insisting that there is so much negativity out there.
Like I always say, if there's anything that has given Nigeria, if there's anything that has given us that has celebrated us globally, is entertainment. And it should be a veritable tool that the government should capture towards laundering the image of the country. Because
in 3rd place is fiery lawyer Femi Falana speaking on the noiseless anti-corruption campaign of former President Goodluck Jonathan.
Even President Jonathan fought corruption in his own way. You'll be surprised.
Did we get results?
Partially.
Coming in 2nd position is the video of the Chief of Army Staff after leading Nigerian troops in an offensive against Boko Haram.
We are good to go! We are good to go!
Topping this chart this week is the alleged diversion of recovered funds by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission chairman, Ibrahim Lamorde.
Don't forget that my allegation regarding Bayelsa is that, the overall allegation is that over 95% of offshore seizures never make it to Nigeria.
There you go, the 5 most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. In denying these documents, Garba said there is a certain document tagged 100 things Buhari will do in 100 days and the other, my covenant with Nigerians. Both pamphlets bore the authorized party logo, but as the Director of Media and Communications in that campaign, I did not fund or authorize any of those. I can equally bet my last kobo that candidate Buhari did not see or authorize those publications. But be that as it may, the party and its faithful have consistently maintained that all the promises contained therein were drawn from the manifesto of the All Progressives Congress, the only difference being the time frame for fulfilling these promises. Nigerians definitely won't fold their arms as the clock begins to tick in the second 100 of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, which will fall in mid-December, when hopefully the administration would be fully up and running. But that's how we wrap up the show, but continue via the online addresses showing on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Victor Matthias.